The Newspaper Boy by Muniruddin Sayyed. I had lost my parents before I could turn 10. My siblings were adopted by some relatives and left Hyderabad, but I insisted on staying back to continue my education. I lived alone in a room that a family member had allowed me to use rent-free. I got this privilege as I was a good student. I had taken to delivering newspapers to support myself and my education. I would be up every morning by 5 a.m. and walk 5 kilometers from Kachiguda, where I lived, to the newspaper office in Troops Bazaar. By 6 a.m., I would collect 50 copies of the Urdu daily Manzil. The bundle must have weighed over 5 kilos. My journey spanned 3 kilometers from Muazzam Jahi Market to Bashir Bagh. After distributing the copies, I would rush home, another 3 kilometers away, to cook my small breakfast and go to the Kachiguda High School. I was in class 7, and even though I had weekly holidays, there was no break from this work. One wintry Friday morning in 1945, I got home after my deliveries to find a boy of my age at my doorstep. He introduced himself as Afzal and said his father wanted to see me. Exhausted after walking around, I was looking forward to breakfast and some rest, as we used to have Fridays off. Thinking his father wished to subscribe to the newspaper, I went with him. Afzal's mother opened the door and went in while I took a seat. She reappeared carrying a large tray full of tea and snacks. By now, Afzal's father had joined us. I had noticed the nameplate outside the house: Abdul Qadir, electrical foreman, Lalaguda Workshops, Nizam's State Railway. Afzal was their only son and a student in my school. Afzal's mother pulled up a chair next to mine and gently asked, "Tell me everything about your routine." I wasn't quite sure why she wanted to know this, but I told her about my morning job in a few words. As I spoke to her, I noticed Mr. Qadir filling up my plate with fruit salad. It was a sumptuous breakfast, and I was reminded of happy days spent with my parents and siblings. Later, as I was about to leave after thanking them, Mr. Qadir asked me to wait. Meanwhile, Naseem asked me, "How many miles do you walk every day?" I said,
"A little more than 6.
My reply shocked them. At that moment, I saw Mr. Qadir enter the room again, wheeling a new bicycle. It was a Hercules, an imported and expensive brand at the time.
This is for you,"
he said. Afzal's mother noticed my surprise and gave me a gentle squeeze on my shoulders. She said, "Who is asking you to pay for it, my son?" Emotions welled up inside of me, and I had tears in my eyes. She wiped my tears and held me closer. Mr. Qadir said,
"Your newspaper editor is a friend of mine. He gave me your address, so I knew you lived close by. Then Afzal told us more about you."
Confused, I asked Afzal how he knew so much about me.
"Everybody, not just in school, but the whole of Kachiguda does,"
he said. I realized that my plight was not invisible to people like Afzal's parents, people who noticed and helped. I bowed gratefully, shook hands with Afzal and left. This time, I did not have to walk. I had the bicycle. This event taught me a very important lesson. Help should always be need-based. One should never try to feed a person who is dying of thirst.